and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Bournemouth. I've come down here a bit later than I would normally. I'm here to try and capture some photographs of the pier and whatever else I can find around this location. It's beautiful. We have the Bic, the prom itself, and all the amusements that you get at the top, behind the Bic, etc. Beautiful sandy beach. It's such a lovely location. The forecast for today was supposed to be overcast and cloudy, but we've got bright sunshine, so yeah. Okay, let me see what I can find. Let's see what we can capture. Okay, thanks guys. So I've walked from the pier, which is just behind me over here, and I've come over this and come across this cluster of shells that the sea has dumped. Around the shells themselves there's a load of white foam, and the shells are reflecting the sun, which is directly ahead, which is also obviously being reflected by the sea itself. It looks really nice. I'm going to take a photograph. I'm going to stack it because I want to make sure that all the shells are in focus as much as I can anyway, and then obviously the sea itself. Do I need to focus on the sea? Probably not, but I'm going to, just as a, you know, because well, why not? It looks like a good cluster. I've done a video on the camera, I'll show you what I'm on about. You can clearly see this bank of shells all gathered around in a spot with the white foam. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, let me share that photograph with you now. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thank you. I've moved, I don't know, 3 feet away from the shells, from the shingles, whatever they are, and I've come to photograph the pier itself, which is obviously coming from my right out to the sea to my left. There's a marker which I've placed so it's slightly to the left of the pier, and then I've got the shells again, left again, but more towards me. So I'm going to take a photograph of that. I'm going to do 3 photographs and stack it again. So I'm going to photograph the pier itself, then I'm going to photograph the marker, and then I'm going to photograph the shells, put them all together in Photoshop, and we'll see what we get. The problem I've got is the sun is a bit bright. It's to my left. It is a bit bright. It is absolutely freezing, but yeah, it's nice. It is too bright, to be fair, to my left. The forecast, guys, was supposed to be, you know, with more cloud, and I was hoping that, you know, we'd get some, I don't know, not stormy clouds, but some dark clouds covering the sun a little bit. But you know, I can't change that. So yeah, let's take the photographs. And I'll share that with you now. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I've got one of the markers in front of me. I'm gonna show you some B-roll, show you some video. I've got a marker in front of me, and the marker's got obviously the water coming into it. But the important thing about this photograph is it's got the sun, which is coming in and reflecting off the water from the right-hand side up to the post. I'm doing it as a long exposure photograph. I'm going to do it as 30 seconds so that I can smooth out the water and capture that reflection of the sunlight off the water. I don't know if it'll work. I hope it'll work. I'll share it with you now if it does. Okay, something I have noticed is that the Osmo clearly doesn't like the cold weather because the battery on the Osmo is dropping really quickly. Anyway, I've moved further to the right, just over the groin, and I'm now facing into the sun, something I don't really like to do, but it's got like this patch of the beach where there is no water, but it's surrounded by water which is reflecting that light off the sun, and it just looks really nice. I'm focusing on, well, towards the end of the groin, where the marker is, and I'm trying to capture that reflection as much as I can. The reflection is also on that part of the sand which is uncovered by water because it's wet. Yeah, it looks nice. Again, I don't know how it's going to look as a photograph, but I'll share that now, guys. yeah, I'm going to keep walking down. There's some fantastic beach huts behind me which are multicoloured, so I might photograph those on the way back. I've just got to be careful where I'm walking because my legs are already starting to hurt, but yeah, this is lovely. My hands are freezing, but it's a lovely day. Okay, I'll share that now, thanks. I nearly forgot, before I share that photo, I am using on these ND filters. I've got the 3-stop and I've got the 10-stop fitted, just to enable me to increase the amount of time that I'm taking the photograph. Okay, all right, I'll share that now. Okay, so I've walked to where the huts are. I'm going to do a photograph from right to left because I want to show all of the huts. So we've got purples and different shades of blue and greens and you know, pretty much, you know, browns, loads of different colours, and I want to show all those colours in their line, but I'm going to walk down the line and take some photographs of different shades of those huts as well. So yeah, I'll start sharing those photographs now of the huts. Hopefully you'll like those. Okay, thank you. There's not really a lot more relaxing than waves, is there? When you can hear the sound of the waves coming up to you. Anyway, yeah, I'm on the opposite side of Bournemouth Pier, and I've taken a photograph so that it's long exposure again. I fitted ND filters, but I wanted to do it so when the water is returning, so when it's going away from the camera. Yeah, it looks okay. Unfortunately, it's really bright now, so that the most I can get is about 1 second, and that's with the 10 and the 6-stop fitted. So yeah, it's too bright really, but hopefully the photograph looks all right. I'll share that with you now. I'm going to keep moving away from the pier just to see what I can get further away, but yeah, it's too bright. It's too bright. Anyway, we'll see. It's still good to be out with the camera, guys. There's nothing better, is there? Okay. Thank you. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, actually. The lens is back. The lens that I damaged on the Isle of Wight, it's back. So, and that's what I've been using all day today. I've got several lenses in the back with me, in the backpack with me, but yeah, I'm just glad to have this baby back. This is my favourite lens, the 14 to 30mm. Yeah, beautiful lens. Okay, let's move. So I've moved a little bit further away from the pier, quite a bit away from the pier to be fair. The sun is directly in front of me, and this wonderful post or marker with the waves coming towards it, but it's just too bright. I've got, you know, as much as I can for ND filters on there. It's just far too bright. I've taken a photograph. I'll share that with you now if it looks all right. But yeah, I think it's too bright. Anyway, unfortunate, but time of day. What time of day is it? It is now, yeah, it's midday, so it's going to be too bright. It's still good to be out. It's beautiful, fresh air, beautiful. Anyway, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun is as high as I think it's going to get, and it's really bright. I've taken a seat because my legs can't walk much more. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. What I'm going to sort the photographs out and share them with you. I'd like to thank you all for being with me again. Please like the photograph, it does help. Leave any comments that you may have, and subscribe to the channel for any future videos that I release. Normally once a week if I can get out, work pending, but yeah, normally I do it release them on a Sunday. Yeah, and I love it. I love getting out, and I love sharing what I'm doing with you guys. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the photographs, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Don't forget that thumbs up. Thank you very much. See you next week.